Hey guys, it's Kira Lee and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I thought I would take you around my day and share some of my tips to start and maintain your healthy lifestyle. I know some of these tips may seem simple and obvious, but I feel like sometimes people forget the basic things and make living healthy more complicated than it has to be. These tips are what I use to start my health and fitness journey and things I still implement daily to maintain it. I hope you find these tips helpful in some way and maybe even implement them into your own life. So without further ado, let's get into tip number 1. So as you saw from the first clip, this morning I got up early and got my morning workout in. And that is going to be my first tip, workout in the morning. Getting up and getting your workout in first thing in the morning eliminates the chances of you not doing it because of excuses. Also sets you up for a healthy and productive day. I know when I personally work out in the morning, it sets me up for a productive day and I always seem to get more things done, especially because I've gotten up early and haven't just been laying around in bed. I also feel it sets me up for a healthy day of eating as I want to fuel my body post-workout throughout the day and make it feel good. I realize not everyone is a morning person. I know I'm definitely not. I'm usually quite grumpy and annoyed in the morning, but you just have to get up. Don't think, just do. I know when my alarm goes off at 4:30 for swimming in the mornings, I'm not the happiest and I really don't want to do it, but I don't think, I just do. I get my stuff on, I get in the car, drive, and then by the end of the session, I'm feeling good and I'm set up for my day. I know previously when I wasn't swimming and I left my gym workouts till the afternoon, I'd sometimes create excuses like I'm too tired, I don't want to do it, I can't be bothered. I just found I created way more excuses in the afternoon. But if you get up in the morning, there's no time to create excuses. You just get up, get it done, and set yourself up for a productive and healthy day. Another tip I have that goes along with this is sleep in your gym clothes. I know that might seem a bit weird, but especially in winter, I hate putting on like cold clothes in the morning. So if you sleep in them, they're already warm, and plus you get an extra 5 minutes to sleep because you've already got your clothes on and you're ready to go. You just gotta get up and go. So it's a little bit later in the day now, and I thought I'd share my next 2 tips. So tip number 2 is gonna be, don't forget to be hydrated. I know this tip may seem extremely obvious, but I feel like it's something sometimes people can forget. I like to carry a jar or a drink bottle around the house with me just so it encourages me to drink water. And if I'm ever going anywhere, I always make sure I take a drink bottle and try and finish it by the time I get home. I also like drinking out of straws. I don't know why, but I feel like it makes me drink more water, so I always have a straw. And especially if you're working out, you need to replace the fluids lost through sweat, so you may need to drink even more water than you usually would. I try to aim to drink at least 2 to 3 liters per day. Obviously, water is essential to the human body, so you know, it proves a pretty important tip to make sure you stay hydrated. And I know some people struggle to drink water and a lot of water and they don't really like the taste and stuff like that. A few tips I have are add fruit into your water, so add like some berries or lemon, or you can even freeze ice cubes with different fruits in them. I decided I'm gonna have a morning snack now, and this is gonna lead me on to tip number 3. So this tip is gonna be, learn to read what's on the back of packaged foods. I know with some health food brands and the marketing of health food products, they use things such as low carb, sugar-free, gluten-free, and all of a sudden people see that and think, oh, it must be so healthy. But if you actually looked on the back of the packet, you'd realize it really isn't actually that much healthier than like the non-branded health option, I guess. So I think it's important to look out for sneaky additives that sometimes brands will put into your food. I've got a few examples just to show you what I like to look for on the back of the packets, I guess, and some healthy options that you can, healthy snack options if you do want something. It's a paleo bar. It's a banana bread blue dinosaur bar, and this snack is like my favorite health food bar. I love this, best flavor. Oh, I literally love this so much. And all that is in this bar is coconut, dates, banana, organic coconut oil, and cinnamon. Nothing else. Literally just those ingredients. No added sugars, no added things that you don't need in a bar. It's all it is, just real foods. Oh, it's upside down. Real foods, and it tastes delicious. You don't need all the additives. It's so easy with these health food bars just to sneak in things you think it's healthy when it really isn't at all. So I look out for things, added sugars, and if you can't pronounce what's in the food, then there's words in there you don't know what they are. How are you supposed to know what that food really is that you're actually putting into your body? So if you're looking on the back of the packet and there's all these big words and you have no idea what they mean, how are you actually supposed to know what the product is? So I'd keep an eye out for that, and also keep an eye out for hidden sugars in things like granola. Granola can be packed full of sugar, so just keep an eye out. Obviously with the Blue Dinosaur bar, it does have sugar in it. It's got 15.2 grams, but that's all from natural sources. So it doesn't have any added sugars in it. Okay, I've come to my room and now I'm gonna share tip number 4. Okay, so this tip is make sure to prioritize and plan. There's a quote and it's, failing to prepare is preparing to fail, and I really agree, that is honestly the truth. It's important to prioritize things in your health and fitness lifestyle. So things you want to achieve and things you want to maintain, I guess. So prioritizing healthy eating, prioritizing your workouts, prioritizing recovery and sleep are all important things. Planning gives you something to help you stay organized and something to stick to. Planning also helps create discipline, so we can't always rely on motivation. We do have to be disciplined. We aren't always going to want to get up and do things, but we just need to stick to it and realize that if you want to achieve something, it's not always going to be easy and you just have to do it sometimes, even when you don't want to. So each week, especially when I'm super busy, I like to write down all the meals for the week I'm going to be having, so lunches or dinners, usually just dinners I guess, but you can do breakfast, lunch, dinner if you want to plan your full grocery list, just so I know what I'm going to be cooking throughout the week and I don't have to think on the day, like what am I going to cook? It's all there, I've already written it down, I've just got to cook it up. I usually don't meal prep that much. I sometimes do, it depends on how busy I am, I guess. But meal prepping is a great way to stay organized, I guess. Even if it's just at the start of the week, you just prepare some like sweet potato, rice, something like that, just a few things you can put into meals. That can be such a time saver. I also make sure I schedule in my workouts so I know what I'm going to be doing, and I feel like that's a great thing. If you write down the workouts you want to do throughout the week, it'll give you something to stick to and you won't create excuses. It's written there and you know you've got to get it done. Planning my meals I find helps me save time and money. Preparing your meals helps you from eating out, and that obviously saves you money. Also when you're at the grocery store, if you've written a list of all the things you need, you won't go looking around and buy unnecessary things, which is another way you can save money. I'm also going to share tip number 5, which is establish your goals. Obviously this is super important at the start of your health and fitness journey, but I think it's important for anyone to have goals to give you something to work towards and give you purpose to what you're doing. When establishing your goals, I think it's important that they are specific and realistic. You don't want to be setting yourself unrealistic expectations. It's just going to set you up to fail and leave you feeling really disheartened and unmotivated. Instead, think about what your abilities are and what's a realistic thing for you to achieve. Also, I'd recommend establishing both short-term and long-term goals. I guess the short-term goals will help be smaller goals that will help you achieve that one big goal. Also, it's very important to reassess your goals every so often. You may achieve your goal and may need to set another one, or you may have found the goal you set was too hard, so I guess maybe reassess how you're going to achieve that, or maybe modify it a bit just so it is possible for you to achieve. Excuse my sweaty self, I just did my afternoon run, but I thought I'd share my next tip with you guys, and that is find a style of training or exercise that you enjoy. Obviously for me, swimming is my sport and it's something I really do enjoy. I love it so much and it's something I'm super passionate about, and I love going to training. Obviously there's days when I'm tired and I'm feeling unmotivated, but it's something that I do really love and do enjoy doing. So I definitely encourage you to find a style of training or exercise that you enjoy. It doesn't have to be the norm like going to the gym or something everyone does. There are so many ways to be active and live a healthy lifestyle. So find things that you like. Obviously it'll take trial and error maybe to find what you really do enjoy. There's no point doing an activity or going to the gym or something if you really don't like it. So many other ways you can be active, and you just got to find a style of training or a type of exercise that you really enjoy and do that. But if you actually enjoy doing it, you'll look forward to exercising a lot more. You won't dread it every day and you won't have this bad relationship with moving your body. Like, actually really enjoy it. Don't do something that's making you unhappy just because you feel you have to. If you are already on your health and fitness journey and you're finding you're not really liking the style of activity, definitely switch it up. I find I like to switch it up a lot. Obviously because of isolation I've been running a lot more and I've actually really been enjoying running again, which is really good. So yeah, just switch it up, find some different activities to do, also so you don't get bored with your usual routine. I decided to do some baking this afternoon. I've made the Macro Mike triple choc cookies. This is what they look like. They look really yum, and I thought I'd do a taste test on camera and share my last 2 tips with you guys, which kind of relates to food. These are really easy to make and they have really good ingredients. Literally all you had to do was add milk to the mixture, so easy, and they only took like 12 minutes to cook. So such a quick and healthy snack idea. Let's do a taste test and see how good they are. Oh yum, they're really fudgy. They are so good. They do not taste healthy at all. Wow, they're really yum. Okay, so my next 2 tips kind of go together. So the next tip is find healthy alternatives to your favorite treats and foods. Change your eating habits, and decreasing the amount of refined and processed food you eat can be one of the hardest things when changing to a healthier lifestyle. I guess you get used to eating that stuff and your body craves it, and it can be really hard to make a change and I guess decrease the amount of those sort of foods that you eat. To help this, I'd recommend finding and making healthy alternatives to your favorite treats. Literally just look up on the internet the food you want to make. So say it was like a Snickers slice or something, a Snickers. Just look up Snickers and then put healthy after it, and there will be so many recipes that will come up. There's literally a healthy alternative to any food, and if it's not the healthiest, there's ways to make it healthier. Even just making your favorite foods at home like pizza or burgers, that's definitely a healthier option. Not to say you should never have, I guess, the unhealthy option, but maybe just 80% of the time make the healthier option and 20% have the real thing. After you make the switch a few times and just, I guess, implement the healthier options, soon your body won't actually be craving it as much, and you'll find it easier to eat healthier and decrease the amount of processed and refined foods you eat. Like these cookies I made, they are a healthier option to a normal chocolate chip cookie, and they literally taste so good you can't even tell that they're healthy. And now for my final tip, which is everything in moderation. When you start living a healthier lifestyle, you don't have to cut out all the unhealthy options that you had before. You also don't have to cut out things like bread and pasta. If you're having it in moderation, there is no problem with having it. It's not just unhealthy options you have to have in moderation, it's also healthy options too. When I started living my health and fitness lifestyle, I thought just because I was eating something healthy that I could just eat so much of it. Say I made like a healthy muesli bar, I was like, well, it's healthy, so I can eat the whole thing, right? That's not really the truth. Everything still needs to be in moderation, whether it's healthy or not. Obviously, if you're going and eating just because you're eating protein balls that are made from all real foods, they're healthy, but if you're eating like 20 protein balls, then that's not really considered that healthy. So with whatever foods you are enjoying, just make sure you're doing it in moderation. That way you can create a good relationship with food. Also, don't look at foods as good or bad. I guess there's foods that are more nourishing for your body and others that are less nourishing. But either way, you should enjoy a balanced lifestyle of both foods. I think eating 80% whole foods and 20% soul foods is a great way to go. I guess just eat healthy most of the time, but still ensure you enjoy your treats every now and then. Okay, I've decided I'm going to wrap the healthy tips video up here. Hope some of these tips can help you become the healthiest version of yourself. I also just wanted to add, when you start living a healthy lifestyle, don't focus on going 0 to 100 straight away. Make small, sustainable changes that are going to stick with you in the long run. You don't just want to go all in, you want to make small changes, and it'll be easier to stick to, and you'll create a life you really enjoy. If you do find any of these tips helpful, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!